If you're looking for a summer job, the city is hiring lifeguards and offering an incentive this year. Joining us live to talk more about the hiring process is Kenneth Allen, Director for the City of Houston's Parks and Recreation Department. Good morning, sir. Thank you so much for your time.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Man, if I wasn't here in studio, I'd want to be there where you are doing some laps in that pool.
Absolutely. It's going to be a hot summer. I think after the interview, I may take a dip.
Right. Absolutely. Talk to us. We were having this conversation yesterday when we were talking about this topic. These pools mean so much to so many of our Houston communities. And this year, as it's been this way for a few years now, there's a dire need for lifeguards. So talk to us about the requirements it takes to be a lifeguard for the City of Houston.
Yes, definitely. We are in dire need of lifeguards. Over the past 3 years since COVID, it's been a national shortage for lifeguards, but the requirements are actually pretty tough. I mean, we want to make sure our guards can actually save a life and manage a multi-million-dollar operations in terms of the pool itself. So our number one requirement is that you have to be a good and a strong swimmer. So we have a pre-qualifying swim evaluation that we put our potential candidates through. You have to be at least 16 by the start of the summer, which is May 31st. You have to be 16. Once you pass the actual swim evaluation, then we take you through a lifeguard certification process that we actually pay for. You pass the certification, and then you have to pass a drug test, a vision test, as well as a physical. And then we want mature, responsible, 16 and up potential candidates that could fill these positions. I have about 50, 60 more positions left. They are filling relatively fast. So if there's youth out there, young adults that would like a job this summer, now is the time to apply.
Yeah, Kenneth, I was a lifeguard for several years throughout my high school career and into my college career, and I can tell you it was one of the most rewarding jobs I've ever had, and you can't beat being outside in the summertime with the rays and the water. It really is rewarding.
Yes.
It's challenging as well, as you mentioned. Talk to us about the incentive the city is offering for people looking to become lifeguards.
Oh yes, we have 3 positions available. One is a lifeguard, a head lifeguard, as well as an aquatic supervisor. So we start pay at $16 an hour up to $20 an hour, and then we give a $500 incentive. So you get $250 when you start, and if you stay the entire summer, you get another $250. Those are great incentives. I mean, when I was a kid in high school, if you told me I could make up to $20 an hour, 40 hours a week, guess what? My mom, my dad would not have to pay for my clothes going back to school or my activities during the summer. Another great incentive is that these are life skills that you'll obtain as a result of the training that could cross over to maybe a paramedic, maybe a police officer. So not just a guard or an aquatic person. As for staffing, it transitions into other career opportunities.
Yeah, absolutely. It teaches you responsibility. It also teaches you how to be a people person. It teaches you how to interact with folks, how to care for people, and be watchful for their well-being. You talk about this shortage. I wanted to ask you, how many lifeguards are needed to be considered fully staffed for the City of Houston?
To be fully staffed, well, we have every pool operating on a consistent Tuesday through Sunday schedule with all of them. We need 197 lifeguards or aquatic staff. We're about halfway there at this point. We have lifeguards in training now and in orientation this week. So we expect to shorten that gap as time go on. When you think about kids just now getting out of school, we'll have an influx of opportunities and candidates that will come in that we'll screen. But the requirements are tough, and we have to screen a lot of candidates to get to that number.
And talk to us, you know, when it comes to that number, at this point, do we know how many pools will open throughout the city of Houston? How many do we have, and then how many of those will open?
We have 38 pools throughout our system. Actually 37 that we're targeting to open this summer. Right now, as of this weekend, we'll have 12 pools on a rotating schedule that will open as far as our phase 2 opening. The first 2 weekends, last weekend and this weekend, we're only open on a Saturday, Sunday schedule. And then starting June the 11th, where we anticipate to have more guards available, more pools operational, because we've had some setbacks due to the storm and other mechanical issues. But starting June the 11th, at this rate, I anticipate us having at least 28 pools operational, if not more. But we're aggressively recruiting. I want to thank you guys for the coverage. We've been all over Houston recruiting. We've touched over 1,500 potential candidates, but we are where we are today, and we'll continue to pursue additional aquatic personnel to open additional pools. We'll recruit all the way through June, to be honest, and we do anticipate, like I said, with kids getting out of school, young adults getting out of school, high school and college, we have an influx of guards that we'll hire. We have about 30 in processing now, and over 50 has cleared their swim evaluations as well as their lifeguard certifications that will be placed this weekend as well. So,
okay. Kenneth Allen, we appreciate your time.